What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? Plus 5 have Kenny KO winning. Why is Kenny KO a thing? I still don't understand that. Never understood why someone's watching. Even lift? I don't know. Yeah, I saw he's getting sued. Was it William Bonac or some bodybuilder? I can't remember what it was even. For defamation or something. So, whoever sued him must have a decent chance of winning. No, the guy seemed like an idiot. Wasn't he like selling SARMs or some shit, and that's why he got kicked off YouTube the first time? Like, fucking idiot. But I don't know. Did you ever get sued by that one chick? I think that's why he got famous. There's like, she claimed she had like the wall sit with like 1,000 pounds, whatever the fuck it was, and he went and like exposed her. And she sued him too, because I'm pretty sure that was the that tactical, whatever the fuck his name is, douchebag gun nut. It was his gym, I think, or she was his client or something. Real World Tactical, that's his name. It was like his gym or something. Thought he sued him too or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't understand why Kenny KO's a thing. He's basically TMZ made later situation. Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Like, if you're a fitness dude, you should not be commenting on it. I'm sorry. Like, your input is not valuable whatsoever. Just adds to the spitefulness and the hate for no reason. Doesn't accomplish anything. But yeah, Kenny, how do you get his channel back? I thought he got shut down, but I guess you could just start a new channel, I suppose. He's a fucking idiot. He rips off Nick's Strength and Power, who's already, I think, he's a fucking idiot, but gaining 20 pounds of muscle in 7 days doing gear. Okay. Yeah, that happened. That definitely happened. What's up, Red Chucks? How's it going, man? YouTube fitness just sucks now. It's not fun anymore. Still a fun hobby to have. I'm gearing up for a 600-pound squat, so that'll be pretty sweet. Kind of peaking myself and addressing some weaknesses that'll prevent me from hitting it. Should be an all-time PR, so that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's getting some up. I shaved it, you know, so I'm not gonna grow it out. It's too hot out right now. But yeah, gearing for a 600-pound squat. Working on my weak points right now, so I've been doing some pretty wide stance box squats. Do I use front squats to increase my back squat? I have, and a lot of my clients front squat. I'm not currently front squatting. I think front squats are great and very underrated. Definitely the region my family's from in Norway, they don't have their own, they have the Totendracht. But yeah, so gearing up for 600-pound squat, doing some box squats, working on weaknesses and stuff, upper back stuff, and whatnot. This heat wave, right now it's not heat wave, it's actually pretty nice out right now, but we had that heat wave, it got over with the heat index, lap skips, it was like, I think it was 110 or more, which is fucking crazy. I've got Viking blood, so it was not pleasant. And then the hottest day we've had in a decade, which was it 2 Fridays ago, That was also, we had an explosion at a power facility, and for most of the day where I live, there was no power, so no AC. And the gym I work at also didn't have AC because that's in the same area. So, I mean, the whole city was affected pretty much. So yeah, that sucked balls. Hot fucking day. I went to a gym on the other side of town that had power. But anyway, yeah, so gear for a 600-pound squat. Been doing box squats. I've been using the adductor machine a lot, which has helped my squat quite a bit. Very underrated machine that no one uses because it's just like fitness chicks mostly, but building grip strength for deadlifts so that I don't need to use straps all the time. I'm not on internet all the time to do some searching because I'm lazy. Well, I mean, that's not going to lend itself well towards lifting if you're lazy. But, I mean, deadlifting, obviously, I think a good thing you can do is the last rep of your last set, just hold it at the top until you can't hold it any longer. Good way to build specific deadlift strength. Otherwise, you can do specific grip exercises. I mean, I wouldn't say not to use straps. I do nothing but use straps when I do deadlift variations, and my grip's pretty damn good. But I also do stuff outside of deadlifting that will work my grip. So, but if you're starting out, yeah, definitely don't use straps. If you're like a beginner, which I'm assuming you are, don't use straps. What are my goals in terms of upper body lifts? Right now, I'm not really focusing on them, so nothing right now. After I squat 600, I'll probably start focusing on them a little more because I still want to bench 405. So I kind of went to the wayside. I finally got a proper bench, so that helps. My shoulders don't hurt when I bench anymore. That's all I can really think of, honestly. I don't really care too much. Squatting is the only thing on my mind right now. But I hit, for box squats, I've been using the camber bar and should I press overhead? I don't know. No idea right now. I haven't overhead pressed in a long time. Not heavy at least. But I hit a cambered box squat, proper box squat, not a bouncy box squat, which does fucking nothing. With I hit 485 yesterday. It was snappy, so I'm fairly confident that once that gets up to 500, that 600 low bar will be there. Try behind next level. Yeah, 225 for 2. Have you ever read Jamie Lewis's books or blog? I've read his blog and not his books. So I think he's kind of fucking nuts, but some of his information's very good. Some of it's a little wacko, but for the most part, knows what he's doing. Crazy dude. But I haven't been pressing in a long time. Yeah, nothing really like, but I was in a Norwegian program. There's some overhead pressing once a week, but it was more like a recovery thing from bench, and the bench programming, by the way, was terrible in that program. But I think the heaviest ever was like 155 pounds for like 3 reps, which is fucking nothing. Like I would literally rest like 10 seconds between sets, so it was pointless not to. But yeah, that Norwegian program, it was very good for squat and deadlift. It was so god awful for bench. Like I couldn't program worse benching, to be honest. My bench definitely got worse. I lost a lot of mass. It kind of sucked, but it was an experiment, so you know. Oh, fucking lutefisk. Tastes and looks like, it feels like snot. Fuck that. Oh. Lutefisk is worse though. I'll take lutefisk over that anyway. That's just nasty. It's a buried, rotten fish. But yeah, I think a 600 squat would be pretty fucking awesome. I've been a gold mine for a while. Not that much pushing my squat. Honest opinions of Blaha as strength channel. I mean, short and sweet. I think most of the information he gives out is fine. I mean, I don't really watch his channel, so I can't really say, but when I've seen, most of it's pretty solid. It's nothing he came up with. He just reads Wikipedia and whatever else. He's basically Nick Strength and Power, essentially, with a better or the worse reputation. Some of the drama stuff, like whatever, it's funny, I think, some of it. I think he's a hell of a troll. He's also an idiot, and he's learning how to try hard. He's kind of in like the Alan Thrall territory for me. Do you focus on squats to have 4 legs or just to be strong? I mean, you need to be strong, obviously, but squats are definitely going to give you some big legs if you do it properly. If you want pure leg size, probably best off going high bar. I think it's fine. What's up, Barca? I think the best food I had ever in Norway, which I also feel really bad about and guilty about to this day, was whale. I don't know what kind of whale it was. I didn't want to know. Still don't want to know, but it was fucking delicious. It was like a cubic inch of fucking whale, and it was the best thing I've ever tasted. Best thing nobody does for injury prevention. I'd say CARs of the joint, so controlled articular rotations, which I've made a few videos about, and I tell people to do all the time, and you fix a lot of issue. How do I get back into lifting? Go to the fucking gym. Give your balls a tug. But yeah, shoulder CARs especially. I think knee CARs are very valuable. In my opinion, I do them almost every day when I'm just sitting around watching TV or whatever. Doesn't take long. Like I said, I made a few videos. I think I did shoulder and knee CARs videos, which is probably the most important ones to do. What else? I don't know. Sleep. Sleep's a good injury preventer. Other than that, yeah, I'd say control articular rotations are probably the most underutilized. I think the most overutilized is foam rolling, probably, especially as a warm-up. I think it's a pretty useless warm-up in my opinion, mostly from a mindset perspective, because you basically start your workout feeling like shit, and then, well, lo and behold, your lifts felt like shit too. So a warm-up should be exactly that. It should be getting warm. Or the warm-up isn't the time to fix all the issues you have. That should be done separately. About 9 hours, nice. Yeah, I try to get 9 hours of sleep every day. 8 minimum, definitely. Try to get 9. Should I do a dead hang? Scapula elevation at the bottom of each pull-up rep, or keep it depressed? I'd say keep it depressed. Am I late? Not too late. So we're going for like 12 minutes. This is gonna be a super long one, but hello, Aurelius. I think other injury things no one really does. People overdo. Foam rolling's definitely overdone. Do muscles shrink in size if you do Bulgarian from not training other parts body in a while? You still keep relative size, upper body real estate. Depends really where you're at. Potentially, yeah. But I mean, it really depends what your goals are. If you're worried about muscle size, you shouldn't be training Bulgarian anyway. Blah, specifically saying warming up has no effect on injury prevention. That's kind of dumb. It definitely does. I should say, I guess something people don't do is people never like work on ankle mobility. Something that can help prevent injuries. How much is too much deadlift volume? It completely depends on the person. If you want to see a very high deadlift volume program, look at the Cal Poly deadlift program, and then spoon your eyes out after you read what it is. It's probably the highest volume deadlift program there is. I've never ran it, nor would I. I would never have anyone run it, because it seems not very feasible, but I don't know. It's, I wouldn't even, if you calculate the total volume, it'd be fucking insane compared to any other program. You're doing like sets of 20 with, at the end of the program, of like, with like, it's like 85 or 90% of your previous one at max, so I don't see how it's even possible. Do you plan on training with Eric again, plus vids? I mean, if we're ever around each other again, I'd assume. But he's in Florida, so I'm not fucking going to that godforsaken state. Both did it. We do communicate still. Ever tried deep water? It's voluntary waterboarding yourself with coffee. That sounds bad? I don't know. Do handstand push-ups have carryover to overhead press? There's some, definitely. I think it can help people learning how to like push their head through it. It can be useful. I mean, it could potentially help with your sticking point, because most people's sticking point is right about the top of the head, and that's where a handstand push-up would start. So definitely some carryover. It's a pretty similar movement. Rock fist volume. Anything more than 0. Ugh, shit's so gross. Literally the worst thing I've ever tasted. It's like garbage dump and bite. Would you review of Kendia's 6-week program currently running it? I mean, I'm sure there's other reviews. I don't really know much about his programming. I looked at one of them once. Looked fine. Didn't look like anything spectacular, like special necessarily. Like it'd be a fine program to run. But I can't remember even which one I looked at. So not a whole lot of help. Maybe I'll say. But he knows his shit from what I've seen. I wouldn't take overhead press advice from him, because as far as I know, his overhead press is trash. But besides that, he's a pretty knowledgeable guy. Ugly motherfucker, but pretty knowledgeable. Ugly dude. What's I've been doing lately? One of my accessories has been banded deficits. It's kind of interesting. Kind of messing around with them. I like them a lot, actually. Never like banded normal ROM deadlifts, but banded deficits are pretty fucking good. I mean, he's admitted himself he's terrible at overhead press. So, I think if you bench with a huge arch, you're not going to have a very good overhead press, probably. I think Kendi was fine. Made a stupid post about the Larry Wheels situation, but besides that, hit a bodyweight overhead press. Nice, man. That's awesome. It's a big milestone. Oh, I could probably buy it right now. Kind of skinny. I'm like 230 right now. To go or not to go to college? Generally, I'd say yeah. Depends what country you're in, what you plan on doing, but generally, I'd say yes if you can afford it. Although I'd give trade schools a shot as well. Speaking of overhead press, my thing stalled around 165, 170. Would you do blast stem? For overhead press, my biggest recommendation always is double progression. So for example, pretty common one, use it all the time with my clients. We'll say let's start with 135 pounds. So do 135 for 3 sets of 3. And then the next week with the same weight, 135 pounds. Not next week, next time you do it, whatever happens to be your programming. 4 sets of 4, and then 5 sets of 5. So I'm telling this all wrong. 3 sets of 3, 3 sets of 4, 3 sets of 5. And then bump the weight 5 pounds, for example. Start over 3 sets of 3, 3 sets of 4, 3 sets of 5. Bump 5 pounds, start over 3 sets of 3, etc., etc. It's a good way to progress. It's pretty easy recovery-wise. You tend to take it pretty far. It's a slow progression, but whatever. Oh, program deep water. Part of it is doing 10 by 10 on squats or deadlift, pressing rest times. Doesn't sound very fun. Sounds like cardio. Do you do some exercise on rings or TRX? I'll warm up with some TRX rows sometimes. Actually don't have rings here, but I used to do ring dips quite a bit, which I liked. That's about it. Just for thoracic mobility / overall mobility for the squat, or else a reliable source. To find this info, reliable source. I mean, the thoracic mobility for just a regular back squat is not too much, to be honest. But trying to think of like an easy, quick way to explain, or way to get a good one. I mean, honestly, pause squatting is going to help you a lot if you have problems collapsing. Although a lot of Kelly Starrett's info is horseshit or bro science, some of his thoracic stuff's good, I think. Some of his hip stuff's good as well. His general squat advice is terrible. His stupid toes pointing forward bullshit. Torquing the hips, which is also bullshit. Thoracic spine, is it? The spine itself is tight, or just the muscles around it? That's something foam rolling could be useful for. Just But give yourself a big hug like this, everything's separated, and you kind of like, one flexion and extension, just kind of rolling over a foam roller. But yeah. So Wesley Pipes. But again, like in my opinion, most mobility stuff, not all, but most, should be done separate from your actual training. Through its own little workout, you'll see a lot more improvement if you make it its own thing and actually have some focus during it instead of just like, doing some random shit each day. Good rule of thumb is every time you're watching TV, you should be doing some kind of mobility stuff. So I think. Honestly, getting some twisting in help thoracic mobility is simple. Just standing there and fucking doing this. Boom, boom. Pretty simple. So your thoracic spine can do more than just go like this. It can twist. And it should be able to, and it should have good rotational mobility as well. It's important for spine health. 205 bench at 200 body weight. Is it nice? I mean, it's fine. It's not good. It's not bad. It's a good beginner number. If you've been lifting for like 5 years, it's not good. It's not nice. But just need times it. Oh, I got a little time still. Thoughts on Ankiri might sell novice intermediate type programs? So I've said before, any program designed for the masses, in my opinion, should be free. Personalized programs you should definitely charge for, and I do. But any mass program is just general, in my opinion, should be free. So that said, I like him. From what I've seen, I don't watch him very regularly, but I don't watch anyone very regularly, but amazing stuff. Nice January. Yeah, that's pretty good then. Yeah, I'm very against pay for programs that are specialized. I mean, like, programming only gets you so far anyway. Any programming by anyone who halfway knows what they're doing is going to be probably fine, will be optimal. Maybe not, but programs are always what you make of them. Like, what do you think is the standard for intermediate on overpress? I hate standards. They're all fucking dumb. They're just selling points. They don't mean anything. So I don't really want to say anything. I mean, and a good ratio compared to the bench. For example, a strict press is 150 at about 70 pounds. That seems right. Like, your bench should be, I don't know, like probably 40% bigger than your overhead press. Any odd lifts you found are flat out dangerous, unusable? Dangerous? Yeah, a bunch of them. The sissy squat, weighted sissy squats, that was definitely dangerous. Don't recommend those. Let's see what else. Any odd lifts are dangerous? No, the ox lift is pretty safe, really. I mean, it's hard as fuck, but if you just let go of the bottom bar, then you have like hardly anything on your back, so that's relatively safe. Definitely usable too. I'm trying to think what else I've done that's fucking dangerous. Some of those like super heavy cheat rows, like supinated ones, that gets in dangerous territory. That's like comments all the time. I did like, I don't know, it was like 225 for 50 or some shit. Yates rows were like super cheaty. It was obviously a joke. I mean, like laughing at them. I still get all these comments. I was like, so funny. But what else? Something that really comes to mind. I mean, I guess a seated deadlift could be dangerous. Seated good morning potentially. Kipping pull-ups, I don't think that's an odd lift, but maybe I guess. Kipping pull-ups are just, for the most part, kind of dumb. Especially like the butterfly kind. What car do I drive? Mercedes. Have a Buick as well. Should have 1-to-1 pushing versus protraction. I don't necessarily agree with that, but don't worry about your serratus so much. They'll be fine on their own as long as you're doing, doing a proper program. Oh, sorry. I'm getting tired. I don't know. It's just like all week I've just been fucking dying. Sleeping real well too. I don't know what it is. Caffeine's not working. Probably means I need to cut back, honestly. Like 2 bangs a day and I'm not even feeling it. Plus coffee. Legit never saw anyone doing strict barbell rows with anything over 185. You should watch some stronger people, then it's not even much. I mean, I can perfectly 100% strict pause controlled 225 easily. Slayer or Anthrax? Slayer. That's it. I'm honestly not huge fans of either. I mean, they're fine. I don't listen to much, I should say. Not a fan. Just not a fan. I'm really into Anthrax. Have you ever considered doing a 20-minute vlog? Fuck no. I'm not gonna vlog. My life's not interesting enough. I go to lift, go to work, fuck my girlfriend. I'm not gonna vlog. I could vlog that on Pornhub, I guess. Not the coolest fucking shit, like skydiving and stuff. But at extreme sports, I'd probably do a vlog. Because I don't want to walk around with a fucking selfie stick. Oh, I'm buying cheese curds. Who gives a shit? I don't know. That's just me. I would never watch a vlog, so therefore I'd never make one. I guess is this technically a vlog? I don't even know. Good job for teens in high school. Need some cash. I think any server position is good for a teenager to have, not for the money, obviously, but I think it's good experience and makes you less of an asshole as a actual working adult. Because anyone who's ever worked in the service industry, it always tips well and is nice to servers and realize their jobs aren't easy. I think it should almost be a mandatory thing in some ways. So, other than that, like, if you can get like in doing some bullshit at a construction job, maybe you probably get paid halfway decent then. Probably on the table, but I think it's good for views. I don't really get, this is just a hobby. I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to make a living doing YouTube. Plus, like, whatever. I should really cash out my YouTube account probably soon. But yeah. Doesn't interest me to do a vlog. Plus it take time editing. Like, I have an actual job unlike most YouTubers, so I don't want to spend time editing together bullshit clips of me buying cheese curds and drinking energy drinks and coffee and stuff. That's on walking 5K every day. It's a good idea. That's a good one. Speaking earlier question about recovery things no one does, or injury prevention, walk. What size shirt do I wear? XL. I'm like 6'2", I'm pretty tall. According to a video Alex made, it's very important to know what size shirt you wear. What's up, David? XL usually. I randomly work out in some bigger shirts because I think they're comfy. I have like a 3XL I work out in sometimes, and double XL. But actually, I keep the triple XL because one of my lifetime goals is to make it tight, which will never fucking happen unless I hop on the trend. But Do I have any animals at home? No, not currently. I grew up with dogs though. Kids and a couple cats. I remember the big black ass man from Beta Destiny. I do. Fucking hilarious. He's such a meme. Fucking idiot. I looked at Nether's new channel. Oh, he changed the name, I guess. It's the same channel. But he's advocating for some self-harm, so that's always good. He called a bunch of UFC fighters, champions, that is, pussies. With the buffet? I'm doing well. I'm doing real well, actually. Same old. I'm always in a pretty good mood. Yeah, so the advocating for self-harm. Just like bullshit where people think like moles are cancer, and they're usually not. They're just moles. Sometimes they are, but a doctor should. So using like acid shit to basically dig them out. Done that. Then he like wanted to get MMA, but he couldn't afford a coach or some shit. Yeah, the mole. Yeah, this fucking. See, that's where like people are like, oh, Alex is just an idiot. He is harmful because he promoted this Nether guy, got him a decent following, and this guy is promoting self-harm. So essentially, Alex is promoting self-harm through him, because he's just a fucking idiot and just hops on bandwagons and tries to find a father figure that he'll latch onto for a short time until that person, turns out doesn't like him or whatever. So that's why he's an idiot. So he is actually a harmful presence. Oh yeah, maybe. I'm not gonna put words in Eric's mouth, but Alex is a fucking idiot. That's my thought. I don't speak for Eric, but he can speak for himself. I think he's gay too, which is fine. I just think he's in the closet. He should just come out. He'd probably be a lot happier. But yeah, idiot, harmful presence. I can't imagine how many dumbass teenagers have gotten hurt following his advice. If you like my full thoughts, you can look at my review of Naturally Enhanced. There's a good idea of my views on him. Has he come out with a new one, by the way? Because I heard he was going to release a new version of it, and if anyone has access to it and wants to send it to me, that'd be pretty sweet so I can review it. I'm not going to fucking pay for it. Has in the boys? No, I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to start this weekend, though, actually. I was planning on it. I ain't doing shit Sunday, so I was probably going to binge it. Yeah, you'll notice how he doesn't talk about Eric anymore. Somewhere in the comments he doesn't follow. I mean, whatever, but unusual, I guess. I think he hates women because deep down he knows he's got something's a little different, but he like fights it. So that's what you get. Like, it's all his fucking incels are like that. Half of them are just closeted and homosexuals. MG toe, that's fucking dumb. It's just like a bunch of assholes who don't understand women don't like them. It's like, it's because you're an asshole. It has nothing to do with the woman. You're just an asshole. Not that hard to figure out. Bunch of idiots. Yeah, which, alright, we were wrong about, the way he cheated the lift, but he still did use a super bent bar that didn't rotate. So he still lied about the fucking lift. And he still faked his overhead press, which in retrospect I wish I just called out that instead. Which I did, but I should maybe do about that. But yeah, so obviously he faked his overhead press. Could barely grind out 185. You're not hitting 225, but bro. That's not yes, Phil. Around. He posts on Instagram, Phil. Yeah, he posts a lot of quotes lately. And I don't know if they actually talk anymore. So, randomly Phil messages me, but I haven't talked to him in quite a while. I mean, I think his priorities changed. I think he's married, I believe, and got better shit to do. And he decided to actually focus on improving himself, which is good. It's a good thing. More people should do that. It's okay to be wrong about stuff. Plates with bands and putting them in a barbell can be a good way to increase stability on the lift. Wait, what? Wrapping plates with bands and putting them on a barbell. I don't understand what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in bad terms. I never was with Phil. Like I said, he used to message me often. It's not too often anymore. But I don't really have any animosity towards Phil. I don't know what you mean by increased stability. Oh, it's a bamboo bar. That's 6 plates, 600 pounds. Hopefully. That's what I'm gearing up for. Bamboo bar. I think it can. The brief times I've done them, I think they've been useful for shoulder stability. Easy to recover from. Kind of cosmic knowledge. Don't follow people who think they have cosmic knowledge. That's my cosmic knowledge. Yeah, I used a axle bar when I do them, but yeah. He's getting subs. I probably lost subs in the last couple of years, so. Oh, it's all fucking incel midgets who follow Alex, so good riddance. Or Alan, they're all fans. But again, I'm not trying to do it for money, it's just a hobby. It's nice to have a real job. You don't have to worry about your followers or offending people. Or trying to like collab with people all the time to grow your following base, which is the only real reason for collabs most of the time. Yep. What's the question mark for? I was texting someone, sorry, I wasn't just having a stroke or something. Fitness is full of bullshit. Shouldn't really trust anything anyone says, including me. But yeah, anyone who thinks they have the magical answer and it's like something totally wacko is full of shit. It's a good rule of thumb. Like, train twice a week, not optimal. Doing like 18 exercises a day. I'm glad you trust me. I think I put up pretty good info when I do put out info. It's also because I have an actual education, unlike 99.9% of people in the fitness industry, who just have like at best an ACE certification, which is complete bullshit. And I watched Alan through all deadlift tutorial. The result is so lower back. What the fuck? His advice? Yeah, his advice is terrible. Not terrible. I shouldn't say terrible. Some of it's fine. But I mean, he's the epitome of not knowing how to try hard, and when you learn from him, it instills that in you. Like, don't deadlift till you watch this video, you'll fucking die. Like, that kind of bullshit. Like, it just makes you scared of the gym for one thing. It makes you scared of deadlifting. And guess what? You're not gonna be very good at deadlifting then. Another, in my opinion, harmful presence to the lifting community. Him and Ripto. Anyone who's ever been associated with starting strength. Like, you're either just in it for the money then, which is, if you're in it just for the money, you're probably not putting out great info, for one thing. He's our fitness personified. He really is. Wow, yeah, that is accurate. That beard's so fucking gross. Like, you can see through it. When there's a shirt with stuff on it, you can see what's on the shirt through the beard. Like, that's a gross fucking beard. Shave that shit. It looks like, it's not even, I wouldn't even call it a pube beard. It's like when, you know, when you're like 14 years old and you have like peach fuzz. It looks like that, just a full beard. Best way to develop glutes, squat and deadlift. Do a lot of single leg stuff. Bulgarian split squats are great. Good mornings. Bulgarian split squats are very underused because they suck, and that's why no one does them, because they hurt. But it's one of the best things you can do for your lifting, in my opinion. All right, like 2 more minutes, I gotta get going, guys. Got shit to do. No sound. That's unfortunate. I sure your sound's on. Everyone else seems to be hearing me. And that suddenly just happened. How do up my bench? I don't throw. Bench me. What else? I don't throw. Eat. Yeah. Well, that's why every time he's ever like hit a PR, he's had to put on like 40 pounds of fat to get a 5-pound bench PR. It's like, you're a fucking idiot. But hip thrusts, I mean, if you just looking purely for size, sure. If you also want to get better at sprinting, they can be useful, but they're not gonna have much carryover to other stuff. Yeah. Fucking idiot. Like, if the only way you know how to put pounds on the bar is to put pounds on your body, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And you shouldn't be giving advice, let alone owning a gym and torturing poor old ladies by having their tits hit the ground when they're squatting. Christ. Fucking idiot. What's the best progress someone has made in my base building program? A client of mine ran it, and let me see where he started. Let me think for a second. His deadlift was like 240-ish, somewhere around there, and right now he's deadlifting 465, 470, somewhere around there. I'll have to look, but he's pretty much running by himself. He comes in just once in a while for checkups with me, so there you go. It's not even meant to make you all that strong. It's actually a base building program. It's to build your base. It's not like a strength program necessarily. But he's done really well with it. And our roasts, like the toilet thoughts, maybe. I'm glad. His fans are actually worse than Alex's. They're even more in denial about how dumb he fucking is and ugly. Any real word to increase vertical? I'm trying to dunk. Box jumps. Not box jumps. Yeah, box jumps. Y stance box squats. Posterior chain shit. I have a video about how to increase your vertical, actually. Man, it's a few years old, but you should watch it. Yeah, it took him like 10 years to hit a 315 bench. Like, what the fuck? It's more to shrug at the top. You shouldn't be shrugging, necessarily. Unless you mean by shrug, you mean like fully locking out, or you mean like actually like doing that. Power cleans, so fucking dumb. Oh, hear that? Oof. I tried to do a bunch of trap work, my neck cracks a bunch the next day. It's probably fucked up. Here's them for gaining weight. How much should you hope to put on in a week, month? I mean, if you want to be healthy, it shouldn't be a whole lot. The slower weight gains are always healthier. Same with weight loss, but. So you mean actually like doing that? You shouldn't be doing that necessarily. But like, I don't know, a couple pounds a week at most. Thoughts on the starting strength gang? I think they're all idiots. Very dumb. If you can find me a good squatter who squats the starting strength style squat, I'd be pretty surprised. Chinese buffet, bro. It's perfect. Yeah, don't listen. Anything you learn from starting strength, erase it from your brain. Just yeah, powerlifter's idiots becomes a bench bro. All the cues they give in starting strength are fucking terrible jump and shrug. And then now he says like, oh, it doesn't just say that. Oh, I don't say that. Like, but you did at one point, and that's what people took from it. So clearly, like, that's what you were saying, and that's all everyone got from it. Befan, good. How'd you go about using Wisconsin method on incline bench? Probably like 3 or 4 rep maxes. When I was in incline dumbbell, I would just like add a rep each day. Start with like 2 or 3 and add a rep, and then once I got to like 6 or 7, I'd up the weight again. Alright, I gotta go, boys. I love you all. Got pissed real fucking bad. Stay Gucci. Get laid. Don't be an incel. Spay and neuter your pets. That's about all I got. Bye, guys.